Alrighty, Nationers, it is time to watch 1,000 players build massive civilization in Minecraft. This is a video from 3 years ago, maybe even 4 years ago. No, 3 years ago by Ish. This is the first installment of his 1,000 player Minecraft civilization series. I'm super excited to take a look into this. Hopefully you guys get to enjoy. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and let's get right into it.
In the biggest social experiment ever done in Minecraft.
I
scattered
okay.
1,000 people across 4 massive islands to simulate a realistic civilization. The players were given no help or guidance, and just like in real life, if you die, you remain dead forever.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
Now, each player has the freedom to do whatever they want. Gather resources, join a society, become a dictator, or if it comes down to it, go to war. With so many people on each island, anything can happen. But I can promise you one thing. This event ended up having the most entertaining story arc I've ever seen. You do not want to miss this. So pick a nation to root for and enjoy the video.
I'm going to say it right now. I'm rooting for blue team, okay? I don't feel like blue team's getting enough love. They got yellow, reds, and greens right here, but I'm rooting for the blue team, okay? I'm team blue all the way. I say that because blue is my favorite color. But, Nationers, I also feel they might shock some people. I'm going to say it right now.
Presents to you the 1,000 player civilization experiment. Don't forget,
so many
if
votes,
you
it's
want to
crazy.
participate in these videos, join my Discord server, and of course, subscribe to my channel.
Right.
All right, everyone ready to be teleported? Jump if you're ready.
Go blue team, Nationers! Who do you guys think might win this? No spoilers, by the way. No spoilers. But who do you think might win this?
Oh, I'm in.
Okay.
On day 1, all 1,000 players were teleported to their islands, each its own biome. We had plains, desert, snow, and jungle.
I feel like that might be pretty tough to be in the snow.
Most players spent the first day scouting their island, searching for a place to settle, but almost immediately we started to see people dying, and oddly, they were all coming from the snow island. It turned out people were freezing to death after getting stuck in powdered snow, which looks exactly like regular snow, but sucks you in like quicksand. This guy's trying to free his friends. Oh no.
That's gotta be tough.
Even worse for the poor people on the snow island.
That's gotta be tough.
Trees were almost nowhere to be seen. The desert island also had very few trees, which players needed if they wanted to get wood. But the places where players did find trees quickly became extremely valuable hotspots for groups to settle at and colonize. Look at all these people coming together. Community crafting. They're making progress. Meanwhile, the people on the jungle island had essentially unlimited trees and were thus already thinking about
got some red teamers, okay.
What did you say your plan was?
I'm gonna take over the world. This is my right-hand man.
Darbo, hello.
I can imagine the amount of people that are just like, I want to take over the, like literally just want to take over the world. The funny part about this is like, imagine being like so excited, joining in 1,000 players and you die due to freezing in the snow. I'd be so upset. It's an unfair game. That's a part of civilization, right? Right?
Oh, right-hand man Darbo.
Don't talk to him. Doesn't speak.
So this is the older-ish video, yes.
Like an advantage at first. Many
this is one from 3 years ago.
Island to be difficult to traverse, given the immense amount of trees and the hostile mobs that would spawn on the surface due to lack of sunlight. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, right, yeah.
Traveling also made it more difficult for jungle people to talk with each other, since players could only read chat messages from people 100 blocks away from them or less. Although, frankly, at least they didn't have to see what me and the admins were looking at. Lastly, we get to the Plains Island, and boy, was it different from the others.
Oh, this is red team, man. This is red team.
Just the perfect island to live on, with green grass, trees, animals, and no natural dangers. This guy's making a little animal family. Poor farm. Not needing to worry about dying as much as everyone else, the people on the Plains Island were among the first to start mining for resources like iron or diamonds. They were also the first to build up villages.
Our first viewer was Manny, so that's a three-way tie for first viewer on the Twitch stream.
You could see
crazy
main
for the year.
groups starting to come together. One of them, a democracy led by a player named Horace Crown.
Our aim is building the most beautiful and nicest city on the
That's kind of nice.
And the second, also a democracy led by a player named
at least it's a democracy, Nationers.
Sure nobody dies.
dies.
It was
At
actually
least
kind
it's
of
a
odd how
democracy.
similar these two civilizations were. They were both located on the southern shore, they both had democratic elections, and their leaders both wanted good for their own people. I just
Good,
hope
good,
nothing
good.
happens to change that.
Ish, I'm gonna make an Among Us character.
Never mind, I hope they die. Soon it was the end of day one. Players across all 4 islands logged off and made plans for the following day.
Wow. Wow, so they can only play like a certain amount of days, it seems like.
It was on day 2
Seems like we
when
lost 50
civilizations
players so far.
really began to thrive.
Oh,
In the
yeah.
southeast corner of the desert, what
Woo!
used to be an empty patch of grass was turning
Okay.
into the desert's largest nation. Hello, good sir.
Yo, what's up, Ish? The Sultan is back.
You might recognize the player storming hell from my first civilization video where he led a nation called the Sultanate. Well, now the desert dictator is back with the Sultanate 2.0, and this
that makes
time
sense,
with a
that makes
population
sense.
of over 100 people.
I want to maintain order and peace in the desert.
The
Does he?
rules, as
Does he?
established by the Sultan,
I will say, this
included
looks pretty
wear
sick, though.
proper attire, do not eat pork, complete your mandatory work, and most importantly, acknowledge the Sultan as the supreme and divinely chosen leader. Moving
Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
on, since it was still hard to get food in the dry climate, the people of the Sultanate
Well,
focused
I
on
wonder what
developing
Team
different
Pork
types
likes.
of food production, like fishing in the surrounding ocean. On top of this, a player named
14
Drip
hour, that makes
Chicken
sense.
made a chicken market. Although when I checked it out myself, it turned out to be a very different type of market.
Welcome to Los Pollos Hermanos.
Thank you.
Would you like some totally
Los
legal
Pollos
sugar?
Hermanos.
Anyway, we finally go back to the Snow Island. As I was
That's
flying
so
around,
funny.
I found what I can only describe as a British shrimp. Is the cold climate really the best place for a shrimp?
I mean, depends. Look at my little friend over here, you know?
Wait, who's your friend? Underneath?
Yeah, he's fully here. He's literally...
Oh,
he's chilling.
oh, he's up here now.
No, my fish buddy. Please go back down.
Despite the killer powdered snow and the occasional polar bear, the people on the Snow Island were actually doing pretty well building
Seems like they're
settlements
doing pretty
together.
well.
Nobody was fighting because everyone had one common enemy, the harsh climate. That being
Right,
said,
right.
it turned out that all of these snow settlements might be a bit more than just little communities. On day 2, rumor was getting out
Come on,
about
blue
a
team.
conspiracy that, despite them all being spread out across the
go,
entire
blue
island,
team.
a lot of these snow settlements were actually all being run by one single person whose goal was to unify the entire Snow Island
Yes!
under one mighty empire. This person's name was Alanulo,
Yes!
and he was running this
go, blue
entire
team.
empire recruitment operation from an underground bunker where he felt he was safe for the time
bro's
being.
pacing.
Essentially what he would
He
do
got
was
B-roll.
hold meetings with people who were already leaders of their own settlements and convince them to merge their civilizations with his empire so they would be stronger together. He would give
I kind of like it though. We're talking like federal government out here, okay? But state government with the federal government, they're like kind of like it. I kind of like what Inalo's got going on here for the blue team. He's pulling in the legwork, you know? Okay, everyone separates, right? And then everyone separates. You got the one guy, everyone separates, dictates what they need to do, and then they come back, and then they just it's a pyramid. It's amazing. I like what he's got going on over here. By the way, Parrot and Bailey, welcome back. I hope you guys are both doing well.
these leaders
Whoop,
orders to
whoop.
fulfill, and in exchange, they would be guaranteed high-ranking positions in the empire. If
Duke,
this
Baron, and
empire
Lord.
actually succeeds in uniting all 300 people on the Snow Island, it would
300? I
easily
thought it was
become
250.
the most powerful nation in the world. In fact, it would be bigger than the Sultanate and the Two Plains democracies.
Yeah, take out the
combined.
Sultanate, man.
Will this ambitious
This
plan
one is good, but the
actually
new one is the
succeed?
best. We
Let's
might
see what
watch it after this
happens
video,
in the
see matter,
following
if we have
days.
time. Because we're crushing this video so far. We're already 7 minutes in. Might be able to get through both today, see matter. That's what I'm hoping for. I like to. I like to. Invisible Knight, call me Main since I'm cosplaying Main. Okay. And Goes, welcome back. I'm doing well. Day
We've now
3
covered the
Nationers!
politics of every
Woo!
island except for the jungle. So what's going on here? Well, quite frankly, I had no freaking idea. It was chaos. There were about 30 different camps and tribes spread out across the entire island,
one in here,
and a
Erica.
lot of them were in constant fights with each other. Oh. Who are the? What is going on?
Why are they
There's a
fighting their
fight
own
here.
people?
Here's a tribe that
Why would you want to fight your
imprisoned
own
one of their
people?
own members for being, quotes, too
Clay,
rich.
what's good?
I
Welcome
say
back.
we tax him and then let him out of jail. The wealth.
Damn boots,
Okay.
take your shoes.
So overall, there was chaos, nobody trusted one another, and to add to this, nobody wanted to travel too far into the jungle because they were scared of rogue tribes and especially hostile mobs.
Why are they
In fact,
fighting?
we actually had
Nationers.
to remove creepers on day 3 because they were killing too many people.
Whoever asks.
Oh,
Now,
I've been there before. I think they should let him back in. Why are there people? I guess it is civilization. I guess there's people who are going to have ill intentions towards their own people. Guy had too much of a British accent, got taxed, man.
there
That's
were
crazy.
actually
That's so
two
crazy.
tribes that were considered the most influential in the jungle. The first, a river-based settlement called
I kinda
the
like
Sea
this.
People,
I like
whose leader
this.
was killed almost immediately by a random rogue tribe. The
What?
new leader, Yeatspeak, dedicated his rule to maintaining
Gage, what's
order,
good? Welcome
but
back.
also to keeping his people happy by setting up events like stand-up comedy nights.
I got a few jokes about unemployed people. Oh wait, none of them work.
The second influential tribe was located in the dead center of the jungle, and it was what appeared to be a faction revolving around the worship of a player named Seth. Hello, Mr. Seth.
Oh, what's up?
They're all
this
wearing
is just
his
creepy.
skin.
You're telling me this isn't a personality cult?
Nah, I wouldn't say that. It's a way of life, alright? It's a religion.
Lastly, as I was flying around, I happened to run into this guy again.
I'm gonna take over the world.
Believe it or not, he had actually become the leader of a pretty impressive settlement.
Wow.
Granted, there was a lot of internal drama in his tribe.
Do you see this like really cool tower thing that we're building here?
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah. It's really cool, isn't it? And do you see our farm over there? It looks really cool and nice. Now come over here. Could you tell us what this is?
In short, two of Wazik's tribe members built a librarian's tower, and he thought it was ugly and wanted to burn it down. Now, when I talked to the librarians, they said Wazik just doesn't like the library because he's illiterate. As I said, drama. Now, the jungle wasn't the only place
By the way,
having
Bailey, thank you
problems.
so much.
The
And mainly
Plains
people in the
Island
wild
was
go
seeing
after
both
each
a
other
surge in
anyways. I
development.
get it. It
This
does kind of
whole
make sense.
place is awesome.
And I hope that we
Also,
can
a
finish that
rise
2-hour
in
one,
tension.
2.5-hour
The leader
one.
of one of the Plains
I believe.
democracies, Horus Crown, had found out that the other Plains nation, run by Sidefall, had reached out to the Snow Island looking for potential alliances. Horus Crown did not like that Sidefall was reaching out to other islands instead of reaching out to him. So he quickly established his own alliance with two other Plains settlements, both located on the east side of the island, which would essentially cut off Sidefall's access to most of Plains if a war were to break out.
Oh my
We think
gosh!
Sidefall is definitely up to something, and we're planning to stop him.
The people living on the Plains Island, who had otherwise taken their peaceful lives for granted, were getting very worried about a potential massive war that would devastate.
Mind you, there's 4 different factions, and somehow every single one of them is internally crumbling. Like, how is every single one of them internally crumbling? They're like, oh, no, I didn't like what that guy did. I didn't do like. I'm talking. This is like right. To be fair, blue team, they gotta unlock right now. Okay. Blue team, they are hunkered down, okay? Because all they can do is just survive in the cold wilderness. This is why I like blue team, guys. This is why I like blue team. By the way,
their
Max,
homes.
welcome in. And Ghost, very nice. And Hunter, welcome
Meanwhile,
back.
on the desert island, the Sultan storming hell was not happy when he discovered that a group of mountaineers had made their home on the mountains surrounding the Sultanate. So the two groups had a meeting to discuss this dispute over land.
Why does the Sultanate have any more right to a plot of land?
Simply, might makes right. We're stronger, so if it comes down to it, may the stronger group win.
People in the desert were starting to get worried about storming hell's tyrannical nature, so some of them moved to a
Oh, I kinda like that farm that they had, by the way.
on the other side of the island. This was
Saparta.
Theria, the name derived from the Greek word for freedom. I asked their elected president, Saps, about the Sultanate.
Hopefully we can
Saparata?
establish some peaceful relations for now. I mean, we're in the middle of a
Therian
desert. Why
bathhouse.
fight, you know?
Overall, each island had its own conflict between the desert's sultan dominance, the plains' alliance disaster, the jungle's total chaos,
And then
the Snow Empire's takeover.
Yes!
At least one of these conflicts conflict was bound to erupt very
Give me
soon.
blue team.
And that
Come on, blue
conflict
team.
was Plains.
Only 13.
At the beginning of day 4,
yes.
a propagandist
Red
told
team.
everyone that Sidefall was about to attack the Plains Island. Horus Crown called a code red, and everyone on Plains was freaking out, including these guys at the center of the Plains Island who built a tavern on a lake. I spoke with the bartender.
Welcome to the tavern. I hope you can enjoy a nice beer, since it might be our last.
So at this point, you're probably wondering, what was Sidefall actually doing? Well, it
That's
turns
so
out
funny.
Sidefall was just as confused as everyone else, since he had no plans to attack anyone. The propagandist had lied.
I have no clue what these
Oh,
guys are
Saps
talking
is in
about.
the
I don't
other
wanna
video
attack
as well?
anyone. I don't want a civil war.
Good,
You were
good.
framed. I can't believe it. So
I'll
now,
stay behind
both
the drama.
sides
That's what
were
I'm
gearing up
saying.
for a war over
My bet is
nothing
on
but
blue team.
miscommunication. And all throughout, Sidefall was desperately trying to reach out to the other Plains leaders, saying that he didn't want war. The other leaders doubted him, but they actually agreed to meet with him as long as they met on neutral ground.
At the tavern. We
Whoever
have
told you guys I
red
won't
team
work
peace
is
trees
lying.
going down
Tell us
right
the
now.
truth then.
While they talked, Horus Crown secretly had undercover spies search Sidefall's entire village, but he wasn't aware Sidefall had someone else place a bunch of TNT under his village. But before things went too far,
Folks, we have a peace deal.
by the thinnest of margins,
Wow.
crisis was averted.
We got a
After
peace deal,
talking,
Nationers!
The leaders had made a peace treaty. I actually didn't get to see much of the meeting, but here's essentially what happened. Sidefall first apologized to the other Plains leaders for not being open with them, specifically about his relationship with the Snow
We have
Island.
red
He
team
told them
peace
he had
treaties
only reached
right now.
out to Snow in hopes to get on the good side of a player named A Freakin' Turkey, who was apparently Alanulo's second in command.
Ooh,
The Plains
I heard
leaders
you guys talk
discussed
about
their
him in the chat here.
disagreements on foreign relations, Horus Crown preferring keeping alliances within Plains, and Sidefall believing in making allies on other islands. But they were able to put their differences aside. They banished the propagandist from the Plains Island, and at the end, the 4 major Plains nations
Wow.
created a Great Plains Alliance. The Plains Island went from being on the brink of war to being the most united island of all. And it wasn't just Plains. Toward the end of the day, all 4 islands
Wow.
were prospering. From
Really?
the people on Snow
Pork,
collecting
what's
resources
good?
and building
Welcome
together,
in.
to the people in the desert working on the Sultan's Build project, which was to create a
What do I think
massive
about
holy
Cherry? I don't
city.
know,
Even the
if
jungle was at
Cherry-
peace at the end of day 4, since the remaining jungle people were just thankful that they were still alive. Soon, though, it was the next day.
Come on,
But
blue
before we
team,
let
lock
people back
in.
onto the server, the
Lock in,
admins
blue
and I
team.
decided to add a little something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We added a 5th island
Yes!
in the center of the world, and we didn't tell the players that we did this. We
Ooh.
wanted to see who would discover the island, how long it would take to find, and then what would happen next. So we started up the server, and the wait began.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Sock Camp, but Turkey,
But
it seems like
meanwhile, we have to talk
Turkey
about the
is,
Snow Island.
Turkey's a fan favorite.
Hello, Turkey.
Hello.
I don't know
On day
too much
5,
about
the
what's
player
going on with that,
A
by the
Freakin'
way.
Turkey finally gave me a full explanation of the mysterious Snow Empire,
But
which I found
what's
out
this
was
called? This
named
is Ish's
the Akulon
Civilization.
Empire. Still fearing for
1,000
his
player
safety,
civilization
the
from
Empire's
3 years ago.
founder, Alanulo,
Cheyenne,
gave
welcome in.
orders
Thank you so much for the
entirely
follow
from
button.
his secret underground bunker, while his second in command, A Freakin' Turkey, carried out his orders and led the people on the ground.
Whoop whoop! Blue
Because of settlements across
blue
the
team.
entire island.
There is a lot. Just know none of it was made by slaves.
The Empire relied on strict order to maintain
How to make
peace.
sure. How to-
It's now
how to let 'em know.
200 citizens were each assigned a daily job like building, mining, or fighting. And whenever they were online, all citizens were required to be in 2 Discord voice channels at once,
Ooh.
which I didn't even know was possible. Also, the Akulon Empire made it a point to document everything,
Wow.
including its list of members, its hierarchies, its physical landmarks. But what I found most impressive was the high-level operation going on
Blue
in
team
this
has it going
seemingly
on
regular
right now.
building.
This singular building is the richest place in the entire server.
They called this
Singular
the
building?
Quartermaster's House, and
Okay.
it was where the Akulon Empire not only collected and stored all its resources, but also distributed items using a complex request system, where, for example, a citizen asks for iron ingots, and then the Quartermasters decide exactly how much iron that citizen deserves based on a detailed
Wow.
algorithm they developed. Has anyone
What? Guys, this is why I love Blue Team. I loved them from the beginning, and I still love them now. They've only given me more reasons to love them. Come on, Blue Team is on it right now, Nationers. I'm loving Blue Team. I'm loving it. By the way, is this the guy from Egypt, by the way?
Tried breaking into this place.
Sorry, I always forget because you don't have a name.
Let's just say, if you tried to get in without permission, you're not going to get a very nice welcome.
And I kid you not, just a few minutes later, this player, Xelius, was caught trying to sneak his way in. And he was sentenced to a public execution to be held the next day.
What?
Things are kind of strict around here, huh?
As long as they don't take away my squid, I'm a happy man. Oh man, look at him.
The Snow Island continued to be hyper-vigilant.
The British
about
shrimp
criminals,
loves
but
his
so
squid.
were other nations, like the Desert Sultanate,
Blue
which made
Team.
an inescapable prison. He is surrounded by lava. Or Wazak's nation in the jungle, which made a giant sand trap. Oh, this is evil.
Just you wait until we have a nice little deliberation with some.
Yeah, I'm gonna be put to death, you know. Like,
even planes didn't feel exactly safe, as this self-described capitalist nation made a giant wall to protect its people.
We want to make sure that communists cannot take this away from us.
But as I was talking to these
built the
guys,
wall?
I got tipped off from someone in the desert that something big was about to happen. The Sultanate army's on the move. The Sultan had sent his elite squad on a secret nighttime mission. Their goal? To find a group of people that had been rumored to want to assassinate the Sultan. They're at the north side of the island now.
Hey, thank you so much for the heartbeat, of course. Remind me of your name, by the way.
Okay, let's go.
Uh-oh.
According to the Sultan, the people hiding in this little settlement were indeed the attempted assassins, and now the group had a decision to make.
Oh, we're gonna kill this guy.
Do we kill this guy? Up until now, there hadn't been any violence between desert nations. Will this be the breaking
Why are they
point?
killing each other, though? Why are they killing each other?
We are showing the desert that if you make plans to kill me, justice will come for you.
The Sultan's elite squad spent the rest of the night raiding the settlement, but during their chase of another suspected assassin, they ran, literally, into a major dilemma.
We know he's running to Theria.
The guy they were trying to kill was running toward the democratic nation of Theria to get asylum there. The Sultanate is really about to roll up on Theria. Holy. This could cause a major conflict? But the Sultanate's army didn't care. They barged into Theria and searched every single house to find this one person who ultimately ended up getting away. Meanwhile, the people of Theria were freaked out by the raid. But when they looked to their leader Saps for guidance, he was nowhere to be seen. He had fled. Eventually, the Sultanate's army left, but Theria was not going to forget this.
Hey, I got you. Hey, thank you so much. And thank you, by the way. I really appreciate you saving that gift for me, by the way. Staz, thank you so much for the 1 rose. And Jace Liz, welcome back. Oh, uh-oh. Public execution time, Nationers. Uh-oh. The execution of Xelius.
By attempting to blow up the quartermaster's house, Xelius betrayed our people. And for this, he must die. Glory to Acheron.
It was a busy day for A Freakin' Turkey. The execution was successful, but the Empire didn't yet have a written constitution or a justice system. So A Freakin' Turkey met with a player who claimed to be a lawyer to set up a legal system.
You get the smaller seat, unfortunately, but do know it is quite important.
I'm used to cramming into tight spaces.
Afterward, A Freaking Turkey took his guard to Drew and confronted some farmers who he claimed weren't producing enough food for the Empire.
I swear I will not miss any payment I have to owe you.
Drew, the bow, please.
Oh no. Oh no.
I expect 5 stacks of bread delivered within 1 to 2 business days.
Even though he was a little tyrannical at times, A Freaking Turkey was actually becoming very
Kiwi,
well
I'm doing
liked
well,
in
by the
the
way. I'm glad
Acheron
to hear that
Empire
you're doing good
because
as well,
he got
Kiwi.
things
Much love
done,
out to
and
you.
he was a charismatic speaker.
Fellow citizens, it is my distinct honor to pronounce Steve and Pixel as husband and wife.
See, even though he was only the second in command of the Snow's Aculon Empire, many people were starting to view A Freakin' Turkey as a better candidate for leader than Alanulo, since most people in the Empire had never even seen Alanulo, given that he's been hiding underground the entire time, afraid of being assassinated. In fact, some of his own citizens weren't even sure he existed. While Alanulo ruled from afar, only talking with high-ranking officials, A Freakin' Turkey was considered a man of the people, someone who talks to everyone.
Poster boy.
A Freakin' Turkey had gained so much notoriety that leaders of other nations were starting to reach out to him for alliances rather than to Alanulo. So as a result of all of this, Alanulo was starting to get a little worried.
Guys.
Turkey knows that I created this empire and its entire political system. And as long as I am alive, I will be its only ruler.
Guys, I'm not about to let the blue team, guys. I'm not allowed to let the blue team crumble under its own systems, Nationers. It's not happening. That's not what we're doing. Blue team needing to lock in, okay? Oh gosh, guys. I just need blue team to lock in, guys. Right, Staz? Right?
That's very funny.
I just had to clean my 4G ear jewelry. Rock on, Ghost. Rock on.
Here on the Jungle Island, things haven't slowed down one bit. Amidst the chaos, this small group had made a monkey religion, and their goal was to build the biggest tree in the entire world.
We're all industrious.
While everyone else is fighting and killing each other, we are peacefully building.
By now, every tribe in the jungle seems to have its own goal. These guys building a tree. This group, called the Blue Cross, provided food and shelter to refugees. Meanwhile, Wazak's goal, which was still to take over the
Red Cross
world,
with the Blue Cross,
was seemingly driving him mad, especially after the librarians built a second tower. You did this out of spite, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, no. They built a second library
Overall,
tower.
It seemed like there was a lot on Wazak's mind, as if he was planning something big. Meanwhile, Seth and the Sea People were still the two biggest tribes in the jungle, and
the
both
jungle seems
pursued
kinda sick, though,
very
I'm not gonna lie.
innovative political strategies. For example, Seth got married, but only so he could parade around the jungle and demand wedding gifts from everyone. And you know what? It freaking worked. The Sea People, on the other hand, had taken on a massive goal, which was to finally end the chaos in the jungle. And they did this by sending out stealth groups and hunting down thieves, murderers, and anyone who they claimed did wrong. However,
Somebody
some
had
of
a
the
detailed
supposed
map.
wrongdoers they killed
Mind you, it's behind my
were
webcam here,
actually
but-
allies of Seth. In response, Seth demanded that the Sea People stop their initiative immediately, but the Sea People planned to continue. All of a sudden, the Jungle Island was on the verge of a massive war, as if there wasn't enough chaos
That's what your
already.
people see matter. I mean, it is in your name. We're down almost 200 people here, Nation. That's honestly not bad. Ken, thank you so much for hitting that follow button.
Wait,
Blue League,
is
welcome
someone
back.
actually
I think so.
Whoa, this is crazy. This is awesome.
Hold on. Can we just look at how
so.
poor the quality of the gameplay? Is this what this guy's playing on? Is this what it looks like? Like all of the non-shaders look. It hurts my soul. It hurts to watch.
This is crazy. This is awesome, man.
Stas, thank you so much for the 1,000 likes. Thank you. I know. I saw you say that earlier, Steve Adder. Played on Windows Vista
Island. The island had a mysterious dead terrain, a small pre-built village in the center, and underground, it contained netherite, which is the strongest and rarest resource in the world.
Well, what I'm assuming is that they can't go to the nether?
Monkey was a part of Sidefall's nation in Plains, and he quickly alerted Sidefall about the very strange and unexpected discovery he'd just made. He's taking the blue lantern so people believe it. Guys, I'm not lying, there really is an island. 2 minutes later, another person found the center island.
Wait, but it doesn't look like they're
time,
fighting.
Someone from the jungle. Then, like a
Doesn't look like
domino
they're
effect,
fighting.
more and more people started arriving, typically either alone or in small groups, like these guys from the desert.
It doesn't look like they're
came
fighting,
from
though.
different islands and nations, nobody was fighting. In fact, they seemed to be forming friendships and simply admiring this
kinda
new
nice.
mysterious place. He's saying this is amazing. Quickly, word began
That's
spreading
awesome.
across the world that there was a 5th island. And
Right?
about 30 minutes into day 7, basically
Oh, that's awesome.
everyone knew.
Congratulations,
It was
by the way.
crazy how fast
McDonald's
everyone
Wi-Fi.
found out. Now, some
That
nations
wasn't
were
allowed. Okay,
hesitant about
okay.
visiting, believing that the island was some sort of trap.
That makes sense.
While other nations like the Aculon Empire sent out large exploratory groups to investigate the island. So Aculon is here, but instead of mining for netherite, they're taking the wool from the tents. Oh, they don't have sheep in the snow island. That makes sense. Something I found interesting was that no nation, not even the Snow Empire, had the courage to publicly claim the center island as part of their nation, as their territory. Probably because it would result in conflict with other nations, which
Right.
was my secret intention when adding the island, that it would cause some type of war. But it didn't cause a war. Or maybe
It almost
just
like caused peace.
Not yet.
Yeah, Scyfall has his like own thing in the plains biome.
Meanwhile,
He almost got
the
attacked.
story of Los Pollos Hermanos.
Drip chicken. Los
Wow,
porros
you've really
hermanos.
expanded your business.
Hermanos.
Yeah, we're doing quite well.
Because starvation was such a big problem in the desert, Drip Chicken had made it his life's mission to feed the people of the desert. And ever since I spoke with him on day 2 next to his little food stand, Los Pollos Hermanos had become a staple of the Sultanate. But this business would soon run into some problems. See, on days 4 and 5,
Right.
the Sultan storming hell was unsatisfied with the slow progress on his build project, the Holy City. So he demanded that the farmers
is
of
worried
the
about the
Sultanate
wrong
stop
things,
growing
man.
food and instead work on his build project. And just like that, the food supply going into Los Pollos Hermanos had completely stopped. The restaurant suddenly had no food available to sell. Having no food, Drip Chicken was instead forced to sell some questionable products, and if he was caught selling these products by either the Sultan or the Sultan's twin guards, he would probably receive a life sentence in the Sultanate prison. Meanwhile, the farmers of the Sultanate were unhappy since they wanted to farm, not be forced to build. So in a rebellious move on day 5, Drip Chicken and the farmers secretly set up a meeting with Saps, the leader of Theria.
Wow!
I know you want to move to Theria, but if you do, the Sultan will send his elite squad to hunt you down.
So, what do we do?
Go to Plains or something. There's about to be chaos in the desert.
And Saps was correct.
Wow.
There was about to be chaos in the desert. For reasons he couldn't tell the farmers just yet, but he did tell me.
You know who Davert is?
Yeah, I think so. He's one of the twin guards, right?
He's about to leave the Sultanate and join me.
Really? The two people the Sultan trusts the most are his 2 twin guards, the brothers Daveret and Zamta, but one of them had grown tired of the authoritarian and warmongering ways of the Sultan. So Daveret had reached out to the leader of Theria, and together they created
I'm kind of on
the
Sap's team here in the Desert
craziest
Nationers.
plan I have ever heard, and this was it. First, Daveret leaves
At
the
least
Sultanate to join
the Sultanate
Theria.
doesn't eat pork,
Next,
by the way,
Sultan
pork.
finds out about the betrayal and sends his elite squad to kill Daveret. Then, when the elite squad is away hunting for Daveret and the Sultan is therefore alone, Daveret will sneak back into the Sultanate and kill the Sultan. Daveret will then claim leadership over the Sultanate, and as the new leader, he
That's
will
his plan?
finally bring peace to the desert. Daveret, there is no way this
That's
works.
his plan.
Brother, grow some chest hair. Trust me, you'll work, alright?
So, at the end of day 7, Daveret snuck out of the Sultanate and headed to Theria to begin the operation, while Drip Chicken and the farmers fled to the Plains Island. On their way out, some of them took one final look back at their home, at
Los
their restaurants,
Pollos
knowing
Hermanos.
that they would probably never see it again, knowing that the story of Los Pollos
Thank you, everything.
Hermanos
Feel free to
had
take as
come
much
to
chicken.
an end.
Grow some chest hair, bro. Wow. No, why do none of them have boats? They're all swimming.
On day 8, there was a major event on the Snow Island.
Okay. Blue
For
team?
the first time ever,
No
Emperor
wood?
Olanilo
I
had come
guess.
out
I
from
get-
his
yeah.
underground
Makes sense.
bunker. He had summoned
Makes
the
sense.
entire Snow Island to the Aculon Castle
Wow.
so he could publicly be crowned as the leader.
Uh-oh.
Before the coronation,
Staz,
all
thank you so
high-ranking
much for the
officials were
2.5K
required
likes.
to provide Olanilo a gift.
I present to you a
Oh,
high-quality pair of premium brand sneakers.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Applewood.
I, Baron Saul Goodman, give you this present.
Baron
Lord Olanilo.
Saul Goodman.
My presence is your present.
After
My
the gift,
presence is your
Olanilo asked
present.
his second-in-command, a freaking turkey, to make a speech affirming Olanilo's undisputed leadership.
My friends, the Aculon Empire is the strongest nation in the world. Not because of one leader, but because of all of us.
Thank you, Turkey.
At the end of the ceremony, Olanilo asked all of his citizens to follow him out of the castle, down the main path of the Empire, in a symbolic move meant to showcase the unity of the Snow Island.
I'm a Chelsea fan. Sawcam. I can't do that. I
But
can't
this
do
image
that.
of unity was only a mirage. There was
Nice,
a lot
Ghost.
of discontent
Nice,
building
nice.
within the Empire for many reasons. People didn't like that Olanilo's knights were constantly bossing them around, nor did the Aculon builders like it when Olanilo forced them to work on the Aculon castle instead of letting them finish their own projects. There was this general sense that Olanilo might be overreaching with his power.
Seems like everyone just wants to do their own
especially when
thing.
he started spying on his own citizens to see who was criticizing his leadership.
Oh,
See, Olanilo
man.
believed that in order for his citizens to have a good life, they have to live in a strong nation, and the only way to maintain a strong nation was through complete unity under a powerful and unchallenged leader. This is why Olanilo
I think
was
this is what Kim
fearful about the
Jong-un thinks he
discontent
does.
within his nation, as well as the rising popularity of his second-in-command, a freaking turkey. Knowing that they were being spied on, many of A Freakin' Turkey's supporters were becoming scared living on the Snow Island, afraid that they would be executed for not supporting Olanilo's leadership.
Right? Like, tell me I'm not wrong,
With the
right?
help of A Freakin' Turkey, plus another high-ranking official, its Ender, some Aculon citizens organized secret evacuations out of the Snow
Secret
Island through underground
evacuations.
tunnels, some of which led to Seth's nation in the jungle, others going to Sidefall's nation in
North Korea,
plains.
but
Both
it's
Seth
like
and
he's-
Sidefall were very open to accepting refugees, especially
Right?
those
Right,
who opposed
Isabel?
Olanilo, someone who they believed to be a dangerous tyrant.
Elanilo?
Also, they
He's
had
making-
just found
he's-
out
he's
that Olanilo had
controlling
actually sent
everyone, making
spies
sure that
all across
everyone's
the world,
happy. They're
including
strong.
into their own nations, so they didn't like him very much.
You know?
We're not
Come on,
going back
blue
until there's
team,
some form
guys.
of democracy.
Come on,
in
blue
Snow.
team.
I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
Meanwhile, in Plains, Mr. Turkey, are you starting a revolution?
No, I do not want a revolution. I just want to make sure Olanilo doesn't kill these people.
When are you going back to the Snow Island?
Probably tomorrow, because I'm gonna
Oh.
try and host a meeting with Olanilo. I just think he's gone too far.
So while A Freakin'
Wow.
Turkey
And
stayed
there's
on the
Red Team
Plains
there,
Island for
too.
the rest of the
There's
day,
Red Team.
Seth and Sidefall created the first ever multi-island treaty. This treaty not only established Seth and Sidefall as allies, but it also declared their nations refugee states, ones that are willing to accept all people fleeing from dictatorial regimes like the Sultanates or
I like
the
that.
Aculon Empire.
I like that.
As for A Freakin' Turkey's position
I like
in
that.
the Aculon
Sounds
Empire,
good for-
he
hopefully
was
not too
still
much will be
technically
missed.
the second in command, but it was only a matter of time before
It's
Olanilo
Daz,
finds
yes.
out about
A
the
link is in
missing
my bio,
citizens,
by the way, if
and
you're
then
interested
it's
to join the
very
Chunkus
likely
and
that
P.
Turkey will be stripped
Sidefall
of
and
his
Seth
position
low-key
or be kicked
coming
out
together.
of the Snow Island entirely and become a refugee himself.
The hard part is if a freaking turkey leaves the snow biome and second command, there's probably gonna be a lot of people that leave nation. There's gonna be a lot of people that go. You know what I mean? Plus, if you're like inter-islandental, you're islandental, you could probably just leave the snow biome. There's nothing good there. It's cold. And that's about it. There's really not a good reason to live there right now. Other than underground, like Olanilo is. Oh, it's been good so far. It has been good so far,
Yeah, I don't know
Nationers.
if- Wait, is that a basketball court? On day 8, the center island was getting a lot of visits from curious players. And instead of fighting each other, everyone was just kind of hanging out and doing their own thing.
TB, look at this.
This person has like 8 bees around.
Question me. Later that night, some adventurers started terraforming the dead terrain, making it green.
Wow, I love that. I love that. Somebody spent so much
These guys,
time to turn
meanwhile, made a
around.
secret underground church, and they hosted many ceremonies and cultural events. What type of ritual is this? Now, I actually attended 2 churches on day 8, the second one inside Falls Nation.
Okay.
Although, I was very disturbed by the person sitting next to me.
After a near-death I began to feel more sacred. Only due in part to the wonders they hold.
Oh, that's funny.
However, right away to lead this world.
Whoa, what did I do?
They're taking him away. Oh no. Later that night,
Oh,
the
that's
Plains
funny.
Island received an unexpected visit from the Aculon Empire's state-sponsored journalist. I'm with the news. Down with the news. Go away, tabloids. Go away. No false news today. They're kicking
They
out the
have
journalists.
paparazzi.
Oh my God. Meanwhile, I ran into these Plains farmers
Down with
who
the news.
literally did
Publicly
nothing but
humiliates
plant
bro.
wheat everywhere. Oh my
Yes.
God.
Look at all this
Yes.
wheat.
Now, right next to the wheat field was a cookie factory in Horus Crown's Nation, which took the wheat and made a variety of baked goods.
Ooh,
See, ever since the
come on
Great
now.
Plains Alliance was signed on day 4,
Yes, it
the
is a
people
Java
of
only
Plains
server
believed their
stats,
island to be,
yes.
for the most part, a very safe place to live. And as a result, many players felt secure enough to run their own businesses. There was the bakery, an Outback Steakhouse, boating and kayaking, 2
Oh yeah, we got the town hall. We got the town library. We have the Outback Steakhouse over here in case you want some steak.
KFCs,
The KFC.
and there was the most recent addition, Los Pollos Hermanos.
Yes.
You made one in the Plains biome?
Yes. Expansion.
Claiming
Franchise
refugee status,
expansion.
Drip Chicken and the Sultanate farmers received citizenship inside Falls Nation, where they were able to rebuild their famous restaurants, and the people of
Los
Plains
Porros
welcomed the
Hermanos.
refugees with open arms. The only
Yes.
person who wasn't happy was the owner of KFC, who now had competition. Anyway, when word got out in the desert that Drip Chicken
That's
and the
funny.
farmers had fled the Sultanate, as did Davrit, many loyalists in the Sultanate were furious with these betrayals. While the Sultanate was still the second most powerful nation in the world, the first being Aculon, these betrayals of the Sultanate hurt the Sultan's public image, and he feared being seen as weak by the world and by his own people. So predictably, the Sultan sent his elite squad out into the desert to try to find and
course they did.
kill both Davrit and Drip Chicken.
Draft time, Manny.
But
Whoop,
instead of
whoop.
staying home in the Sultanate, this time the Sultan traveled with his elite squad. This threw a wrench into Davrit's assassination plan, and Davrit had no choice but to keep hiding underground until he saw an opportunity to strike. Meanwhile, the leader of Theria, Saps, was extremely worried.
Let's go,
because
Saps.
he knew that the fate of his nation and his
Sap
people
needs to lock in right now.
rested on this assassination attempt. If it succeeds and the
Draft
Sultan is
time, Manny, let's
killed,
go.
well, then all
Hey,
is well.
Corinne,
But
welcome
if
in,
it
of course.
fails, it will
On
only
the
be
clock,
a matter
here
of
we
time
go.
before the Sultan finds out that Saps was
They better
behind
take
the
AJ
plan.
Devonsta.
And then there is no doubt that the Sultan will seek revenge
Sorry,
and
we're watching Ish's
absolutely
video, man.
obliterate Theria, killing not just Saps, but all his people who, by the way, were entirely innocent. Saps purposefully didn't tell any of his citizens that he was involved in an assassination plot because they definitely wouldn't approve of something that puts them in such danger. All of this tension in the desert was really starting to get to some people, like this group, which made a giant lava wall around their civilization. They wanted nothing to do with the politics
telling
of
you,
the
it's a
desert,
faction.
and they were
It's
rather
factions.
paranoid about everything.
The walls keep us safe.
What, Cheese Bailey?
We
We're
can't
watching
leave
Ish's
the walls
video.
for long
That would be me.
Because then we're not safe. Everyone inside the walls is safe. Everyone outside is not safe. They're strangers. We shouldn't trust them.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh, by the way, also don't push any buttons you find in here.
Okay. I actually think this group was more of a cult than a
Oh, but yes,
civilization.
it is not
but
crossplay
still,
as of right
I think
now,
they
by
had
the
the
way,
right
Staz.
idea. And
That's kinda
now
funny,
we
though.
Go back to the Jungle War. I say war because both major nations had already basically decided that they cannot coexist in the jungle. Seth was mad at the Sea People for killing many of his allies, while the Sea People were mad because Seth wouldn't let them kill those who they believed to be criminals. Neither nation was willing to compromise on this, so war seemed inevitable. However, because Seth
love how they have,
also
like, no
recently formed an
ceilings
alliance
in that.
with Sidefall from Plains, a war between the two jungle nations would likely cause Sidefall, as well as the rest of the Plains Island, to join the battle, thus turning this into an actual world
Come
war.
on.
So,
Let
given
it
that the
be.
stakes were so
Let
much
it
higher
be.
now, both sides agreed to have
We need war
one
here,
final
nationers.
meeting
We need
to
war.
maybe work things out. It was Wazak
Thank
who
you, by the way,
quickly
Amaya.
offered
Thank
his
you.
nation as a good neutral location for the meeting, and he was quite enthusiastic about hosting. On day 8, Seth and the Sea People sent their highest-ranking officials to Wazak's nation, where the meeting would take place.
Oh, Wazik.
All right, Seth, you're up first.
I think the Sea People are killing people for a lot of irrational reasons. So, you know, as an example, right? They had 5 stacks of cookies taken from them. That takes like 3 minutes to get, bro. And he's like, I don't think you should murder someone over that.
We requested he give it back, and he basically said no, so he was put on KOS, and we killed him.
So that was exactly what Seth just said.
Let me add some context.
Soon, the argument began to escalate.
And the people you attacked were direct allies.
I'm sorry, but what other ways do we have to stop the chaos in the jungle?
They stole. They didn't deserve to be killed over it.
Do you really want to go to war over this?
Well, if you keep killing our people, then we won't just stand by and watch.
All right, fine. The Sea People declare war.
All right, let's do it.
But before a fight could begin, Wazak yelled,
"Double now!"
Oh my god.
Go!
Oh my gosh! Wazak had just killed 7 people using his sand trap before getting away. Seth and the Sea People decided to put their war on hold and declared a unified worldwide manhunt for Wazak. Everyone was confused about why Wazak did this, but then I remembered something Wazak had told me the day before.
Listen, if the war breaks out, I have a plan to stop it.
Really? How?
Oh, you'll see, my friend.
When Seth and the Sea People declared war on each other, Wazak decided to use his sand trap and make himself the villain. So
Wow. I did not see that coming. I honestly thought it was just going to be civil. They would use this area to just to talk mutually. And I would have thought that they would have gone to war, nationers. But oh my goodness, nationers. Wazak has become public enemy number 1 for both of them. At least they have like a common enemy, right? And then they can go to war against each other. Oh, that's devastating. That's devastating.
That the entire jungle would make peace.
Yeah, the hard part is now that he's got,
therefore actually preventing a world war.
I mean, he
Wazak
took
is
the
now
sacrifice,
hiding
right?
underground.
Oh my good. Add it to the quote list. Surprisingly, there's still 760 people
After
left,
spending
nationers.
most
That's
of the previous
crazy.
day trying to hunt down his enemies, the Sultan storming hell decided to take a break from the hunt and attend a wedding
Wazak
hosted
was
by
kinda
a
going
small
crazy, though.
neighboring desert nation. It was a huge honor
I don't
in
think
the
this is gonna
desert
end
for the
well,
Sultan to
nationers.
visit your civilization.
This is not gonna end
There was a
well.
lot of buzz surrounding the Sultan's visit, and everyone in the desert
Do
knew
they have
he would be there.
The Islamic flag
Zamta, the
on their
twin
shields?
guard, was also at the wedding, and he was quite thankful for the break since he secretly despised having to hunt for his own brother. When the Sultan demanded that Davert be tracked down and killed, Zamta was horrified by this order, but
Yeah,
he
it kinda
kept
sucks for
silent,
him.
fearing that he'd be next. Zamta could only
That's
hope
fair,
that
Pork.
Davert was far away
I guess, yeah,
now,
we're about 10 days
hiding
in
in
it.
a
Yeah,
place
that makes
where the
sense.
Sultan would
kinda
never
makes
find
sense.
him. But it turned out Davert was not far away at all, because he was on a mission.
Ain't no way. He's not going to kill him.
He's actually here.
He's actually not going to kill him. There's no way. There's no way. There's too many
Davrit
people
was
there right
coming
now.
to kill the Sultan, but he had to be sneaky because the Sultan was guarded by his elite team. The plan was to catch him and his team off guard, since it would only take a few hits to kill him.
Really? I mean, I guess it is Diamond Gear, and they probably don't have any enchant tables.
So nervous right now.
I don't think Davrit makes it out of here alive. How does he not?
The wedding's over. He's leaving. Oh, he's leaving.
Stop breaking, stop breaking, stop breaking, stop breaking. Is he going to try and sacrifice himself just to kill Stormy in Hell? Oh!
Oh! Davrit!
Oh, he must be invis. No, he could. There's no way he could be invis.
Holy crap! Oh!
Oh, they placed a block in front of him.
He's hit him so many times.
Come on.
Wait, Stormy's getting away? The elite
Yeah,
team
but
is on
Davrit, ain't no
big
way
time.
Davrit survives this. Ain't no way. Ain't no way he survives this. Oh, blocked his twin brother!
Oh, he's getting close. He's getting close.
Oh, those axe hits are huge.
Oh, he turned around. Holy
Oh, that's
crap.
tough. You have to go into the chaos,
this
right?
This is insane.
Oh my goodness. Watching all the Gentile people watching. Davrit's dead here.
Oh.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Davrit. Rest in peace, Davrit. What is Saps doing? What is Saps doing? What? What just happened? Why did Saps die? Why did he do that? Saps, you didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do that. Why Saps? Why? Oh no. Oh no.
Sultan's on his way back home.
Dean, welcome back, and Odin Vids, welcome back. We're watching Ish's 1,000 person massive civilization video here from 3 years ago. Zombat's gonna kill him. Do it. Yes! Get him, Zomda! Get him!
What? Oh boy.
Woo-hoo!
Angry about the death of his brother Davrit, Zomta betrayed and killed the
Wow.
Sultan storming hell in what he called an act of revenge.
Wow.
All of a sudden, within the span of a few minutes,
Wow.
storming hell, Saps, and Davrit were all dead. Both the
I'm glad
Sultan
I did
and
not vote
Theria
for
were
Yellow to
without
win
a
this.
leader, and the desert island was in a state of total confusion. Now, because
Oh,
the
Rexon,
Sultanate
we did
didn't
reach
have a
10,000
solid line of
followers.
succession,
Yes.
there was a short power struggle that ended
Oh
with the
my
Sultanate
goodness.
getting completely dissolved.
Wow.
On day 9, the second most powerful nation in the world had fallen, and most of the Sultanate
Wow.
citizens ended up fleeing. That being said, it wasn't
That's
totally
crazy.
the end. Some who were still loyal to the late Sultan decided to form their own militias, whose only goal was to track down Zamta and avenge the Sultan.
Yeah, Zomta's on like another island right now, for sure.
To kill the dirty traitor. Mashallah.
Theria, on the other
Oh,
hand, didn't
gosh.
dissolve and instead elected a new leader, a player named Jofiel, who was
Okay.
well liked and trusted in the community. Still,
AJ
the
Debonski
people of
goes
Theria
first, by
would
the way,
continue
Nation.
to live in a state of fear, afraid they would be invaded by one of the new desert militias. Also, they would never find out why their founder Saps jumped off the Therian tower, which he did
Yeah.
because of guilt. After he saw Davrit die, Saps believed that
Because
the
of
Sultan
guilt.
would invade and destroy Theria, and he felt too ashamed knowing that he would be responsible. It was only thanks to Zamta that the invasion didn't happen.
Wow. That's
the death
crazy.
of the Sultan sent shockwaves throughout not just the desert, but the whole world.
You don't
Many
say,
nations
right?
went on lockdown, including the
Many nations went on lockdown. Hey, don't do anything. You guys need to stop. Don't do anything. Lockdown. Code Saps, Code Zompta, Code Davrin.
Akulon Empire. While
Code
they
Yellow.
technically
We have a
weren't
Code
allies,
Yellow.
Emperor Olanilo
That's
had always
crazy.
admired Sultan Storminghell's strong authoritarian leadership. So
You
after
don't
the
say.
lockdown, Olanilo sent his diplomats to the desert to offer support to the Sultanate militias. At
Wow.
the same time, on the Plains
Wow.
Island, Drip Chicken of Los Pollos Hermanos was
Yes.
watching the desert from afar, and he was worried about these rumored desert militias. Because Drip Chicken was from the desert, he was
Yeah.
able to educate his customers in Plains about the politics of the desert. And
Wow.
after Saps' death, he encouraged Sidefall to send diplomats to Theria quickly, and
Wow.
Sidefall did just that. On day 9, Theria officially joined Seth and all the Plains nations
Wow.
in the
Yes.
refugee state contract.
Yes.
And what originally started
The
as a
Plains
simple
Bible got it
refugee
down right
agreement
now.
between Seth and Sidefall had now turned into a worldwide alliance called
Wow.
the Alliance of Democratic Nations, or
when you have a 500 word essay and you're a few letters short that you just start filling in. That's so funny. Purple Guy, welcome in. And Bailey Powley, 12. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome in. Irene, we're watching Ish's 1,000 person sim video. And see matter. Hope to see you soon,
put
by the way.
simply,
We're
the
about
allies.
30 minutes. 30 minutes away. A little less than 30 minutes away, see matter, from the climax. So the blue team is the Axis power. Oh, man.
As the people of the Akulon Empire continued their daily routines, the highest-ranking officials of the Empire gathered to discuss the new existential dilemma they were now facing. The Akulon
Olanilo.
Empire had always been the most powerful nation in the world, and it still technically is. But when adding together the populations of all the states in the Democratic Nations Alliance, it is the
Democratic.
allies that have more people overall. This made Akulon officials extremely worried.
I
They
think they're
saw
fine.
this as the first legitimate threat to the
Really?
regime.
Really?
Olanilo agreed with this view, but at the moment, his attention was on another problem entirely. The problem known as A Freakin' Turkey.
Right.
A Freakin'
Socket,
Turkey's
we might be able to
rise
do with this video as
popularity
well.
had always bothered Olanilo, but now this conflict was at an absolute breaking point because yesterday, one of Olanilo's spies caught A Freakin' Turkey helping Snow citizens flee the Empire. Fleeing or defecting was strictly against Akulon law. Olanilo's spy also saw A Freakin' Turkey
Okay,
hanging
Blue
out
team,
with
what do we
not
got
just
going on here,
Sidefall, but nearly all the major Plains
got going
leaders,
on here, right?
which made Olanilo think, is A Freakin' Turkey planning something? Is he secretly working with the allies? Is he about to orchestrate a full-scale revolution or an invasion of the Akulon Empire? These were all questions that Olanilo was wrestling with, and the more he thought about it, the more he convinced himself that A Freakin'
Dakota,
Turkey
welcome
was
back.
probably committing some sort of
What's
treason
good, what's good?
and needed to be stopped. Yesterday, A Freakin' Turkey had reached out to Olanilo for a meeting, and today, Olanilo
Oh, thank you,
accepted this
Dakota. I hope you're
request,
doing well
but
too,
with
my
a few
guy.
conditions. One, this
great
meeting
to see
takes
you in
place
here.
at the Akulon Castle. 2, Turkey comes alone. And 3, the meeting takes place not today, but tomorrow, because Olanilo needed some extra time for his builders to finish a certain project located on the top of the Akulon Castle. Nobody knew why or what the strange-looking tower was, but Olanilo insisted it be completed by the time Turkey shows up.
Okay.
Tomorrow is certainly going to be interesting.
I wonder what it's gonna be.
Make sure everyone's ready.
Lastly, later in the day, Olanilo sent diplomats to establish alliances with both the desert militias and with the sea people in the jungle.
Right. Okay.
Olanilo
So right now, it really seems like there's two big overarching. We got Olanilo, the militia, and the sea people. They're kind of all like they're like this. They're like I can't even say the bad guys. I'm rooting for the blue team. They got this side. Okay. Then we have the other sea people that are not sea people, and then we have the plains, and then we have Theria. So there's like that and this. You know what I mean? Lenny, I agree. It's a great name. It's a great name.
And he promised that he will help them stop the chaos in the jungle and help them catch their #1 most wanted criminal, Wazuk. The Sea People accepted this alliance, but they ended up not needing Akulon's help because late into day 9, Wazuk decided to turn himself in.
Wow. What is Wazuk doing?
He's about to be executed. A guilty conscience, perhaps.
Oh no. Oh no. They're taking him to the... It is really kind of like World War II all over again. It really is.
Wazuk, I understand you have a prepared statement. You may now read your final
You
words.
have a prepared
Yes,
statement?
Thank you. Hello everyone, it's your old friend Wazuk. In the beginning, I wanted to rule the world. But I've made some bad decisions. And now, it's my time to go.
You killed innocents. Stop making speak.
If there's one thing I've learned, is that time can never be your trusted friend.
Silence, the video's been so great so far.
Long live the jungle.
Long live the jungle! Does he have a water bucket? What about if he water buckets? What about if he water buckets? They're all shooting arrows at him. Xavierson, welcome in. Wazuk.
After deciding that being a criminal in hiding isn't how he wanted to live, Wazuk instead chose to face his inevitable death on his own terms, and by doing so, he gave the jungle one last moment of unity.
Anyone else jumping?
The conflict between the two major jungle tribes was still unresolved, especially
The giant
now that
tree
they were
looks
in
sick,
opposing
by the way.
alliances, but for this brief moment, there was peace in the jungle. Well, that was fun. Everyone's coming down the
That was
tree now.
great. That was great.
Most
The tree
nations
looks
around
pretty
the
cool, I'm
world
not gonna
took
lie.
the end of day 9 to rest and reflect on how far they've come.
Outback
For example, the
Steakhouse.
Jungle's Blue Cross tribe celebrated becoming international with at least one charity location on each island. Meanwhile, in the desert, the two Sultanate militias held a funeral for the late Sultan, where they vowed to get revenge and chanted death to Theria, after which they proceeded to finish building the Sultan's holy city in his honor. Theria, on the other hand, expanded its reach into the arts and became the first civilization to develop music.
They're the first to make music.
Lastly, on the Plains Island, businesses were booming and
Woo woo.
civilizations were thriving.
What about
on day 9,
LPH?
the Plains Island had finished the construction of the ISH, the International State Highway, which made trade and transportation between the major
That's
Plains
kinda cool.
nations much faster. Overall, the building and architecture
I like
and
that.
player creativity
I wonder
in
if we can
Plains
make
was
ice like that.
Simply amazing.
Oh, good.
And
Good
it
to
was
know.
all made
Is Silas
possible
even
by
better
the
to know?
political stability of the Plains Island.
Plains got it down
Many
right now.
in the desert and jungle and snow looked at Plains as the shining beacon that they can aspire to be like one
The
day.
banners of the tavern. Oh, good. Woo woo. Uh-oh, I don't feel like it's gonna stay like this for very long, Nationers.
As the end of the day approached,
Uh-oh,
a freaking
frickin'
turkey
turkey.
returned to the Plains
Turkey!
Tavern after spending the day traveling around the world, visiting civilizations in the jungle, the deserts, and of course the Plains Island. During many of his visits, he was very surprised when he found out that most people from these foreign nations not only knew about him, but admired him. This was because rumor had spread about his disobedience to Olanulo, and as a result, he had
Good to be
earned
known
a
for.
worldwide reputation as the savior of refugees, the honorable rebel, the man who stood up
Ooh.
to the emperor. And
Okay.
everywhere a freaking
King
turkey
Bob, thank you so
went,
much for that
he
follow
was
button. Welcome
welcomed
in.
with open arms.
Yes!
By the way, I think you would have been perfect for that.
Yeah, I heard there was a comedy show here. You should have called me over.
When it came to the Akulon Empire, the truth was a freaking turkey had no intention of causing any type of uprising or revolution. In fact, he was strictly against the idea, knowing just how devastating a major war would be. But
I'm on Team Blue right now, guys. I voted for Team Blue to win this. I really hope they do. I just don't think they're doing it for the right reasons. I'm gonna say it.
He wants change.
I'm saying it right then and there.
During his prolonged
I don't think they're doing it for the right reasons.
He had seen what freedom and democracy look like. He had come to regret his more tyrannical actions in the early days, and he now envisioned a reformed Aculon Empire. His new dream was to bring democracy to Snow, bring freedom to the people of the Aculon Empire, and make the Snow refugees feel safe to come back home.
Yes, please.
I might just be overly optimistic, but I think we can achieve world peace.
Okay. If a freaking Turkey is able to convince Alanulo to convert the empire from a tyrannical dictatorship into a free democracy, and then the Aculon Empire ends up joining the Allies, then world peace wouldn't just be a far-fetched idea for wishful thinkers. It would actually happen. With this massive goal in mind, a freaking Turkey prepared for tomorrow.
Come on, Turkey.
For his big meeting with Alanulo.
Come on, Turkey. Day 10, 730 people left. That's still a good amount, though.
Just remember everything.
Nelly, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome in.
Before a freaking Turkey took off for the Snow Island, he had met with the 4 major plains leaders one last time to tell them what he hopes to achieve in his upcoming talk with Alanulo.
They sending him off.
The plains leaders were pessimistic. See, when they heard about Alanulo's strict conditions for the meeting to take place, they suspected that this was going to be the meeting where Alanulo removes Turkey from his second-in-command position, or worse, puts Turkey in Aculon's prison.
Okay.
Whatever happens today, the Plains leaders promised Turkey that he has the full support of the allied nations. Even if they can't attend the meeting, they will be watching and will
really
do whatever
sucks,
they can.
because I like
to
the allied
help him.
nations, but I also like blue teams, so I'm really stuck in a hard place right now. Snowcat VR, thank you so much for hitting that follow button.
There we go. Turkey is now back on the Snow Island.
Whoop, whoop.
I think he's going to the meeting right away.
Binged up Turkey. Gobble, gobble. Come on now. Oh. The ugly tower in the middle of like a really nice base.
This is weird. Turkey's been in the castle for like a few minutes now, and Alanulo's nowhere to be seen. Oh, he's right here. He's on his way.
He's got his axe, though. Is he going to kill Turkey? Is he about to kill Turkey? Why would Alanulo not be in the base?
Here we go. Everyone's here now. I think everyone's here now.
Nationers.
Knights come to the castle.
Oh, no.
Wow, I think these are all the high-ranking officials of Aculon. They're all here.
Hear ye, hear ye. All barons, Duke Turkey, and fellow knights have now come together to speak with Emperor Alanulo. Alanulo, would you please start the conversation?
Wait. Turkey, hold up. So before we begin, sorry to interrupt. I have a special thing I want to do real quick.
Wait.
Here.
Drew, not yet. I want to do something first. Turkey, can you sit on the throne for a second?
Why?
Just do it.
It's a trap. It's a booby trap. Okay. It's a booby trap.
What are we doing?
What is happening?
It's a booby trap.
Can I trust you, Turkey?
Yeah?
Oh, no.
You like this, right?
They're going to kill him. It's a trap. It's a booby trap. It's a booby trap.
You put me on here. I don't know what you're talking about.
In front of all these people?
What are you getting on about?
Turkey,
I know that you've colluded with the Plains Alliance. And I know that you want to take over this nation.
No.
Take this throne for yourself.
Whoa. What?
There's nothing you can do at this point to convince me that you're not plotting a revolution against me. I caught you red-handed.
No! Alanulo! Yes, I've talked with Plains. I've also talked with Desert and Jungle. I am a diplomat. And I'll tell you this, all those people that I talked with will become our allies the moment we turn this place into an actual democracy.
Why are
It's
you
not gonna-
secretly leading people off my island?
Because they thought you were going to kill them.
Mhm.
And to be honest, so did I. So that's the point of this meeting. You want to get rid of me? You know what? How about I just leave and you won't have to deal with me again? I'm just gonna go. Okay?
Turkey's done.
Yeah.
Turkey's cooked.
And then you'll come back with an army. I'm sorry, Turkey.
Turkey, no! No! Turkey!
Wow.
Oh no, Nation. We're gonna have a full scale.
Wait, they're killing Turkey's supporters. They're hunting down his supporters as well.
Oh my gosh.
This is crazy. Like that, there was a purge on the Snow Island, and many of Turkey's supporters were killed. The few who were able to escape immediately swam to the other islands to tell everyone exactly what happened.
Gosh!
And all of the knights started executing Bernie, Ender, Turkey. They assassinated some of the most loved members of Ekelon.
When a freaking Turkey's
Wow.
death message appeared in chat, people around the world were outraged, and shortly
Wow.
after, the leaders of
See,
the
I
Allied
missed
nations
it.
started activating their militaries, putting
He
them on
might come back for the
standby.
war though.
Turkey once visited Los Pollos Hermanos.
Oh no, Colton
Giving
niggas
the
have
army
turned
chicken
up all
for
the button and
50%
also
off to make
fine.
sure they're
Welcome
ready for
in.
battle.
I'll prepare
Meanwhile,
the chicken for
Alani
battle.
got word
Drip,
that the
Drip chicken is so funny. He's so funny.
Allies were preparing
I
their
love
armies,
it.
so he declared a full lockdown, reached out to his own allies, and called them to the Akulon castle to be ready in case the allies declare war. And sure enough, when the Blaze leaders talked with Theria and Seth, the vote was unanimous. On day 10, the
Wow.
Alliance of Democratic Nations officially declared war on the Akulon Empire.
Guys, I love the allies,
Say,
and
I
I'm
wish you
rooting for
luck
Team
and
Blue.
great success. Hopefully, we all see.
I mean,
some of
I'm
you
winning no
tomorrow
matter
to
what,
sign the
Nationers.
Constitution of the new Akulon Republic, the new Akulon Republic that we all dream about having. Thank you all.
This isn't about us. This isn't about our lives.
When
It's about
times
getting
get
justice for
hard,
Turkey and
you
ridding the
get
world of
harder.
tyranny.
All the allied nations
That's
met
what I
up
would
at
tell
the
these people,
center
nations.
island
What I would
so
tell
they
them.
could attack the Snow Island together.
Today, we fight for revenge. We fight for freedom.
Oh man. How do you know who's on your team though? That's the thing. How do you know who's on your team? Woo!
But little did the allies know,
don't think they care.
Aladilo had set a trap. The Akulon builders had taken inspiration from history and created what they called the Iron Torch, the most advanced defensive tower in the world, complete with dangerous height, sturdy walls, arrow slits, and lava cover. This is crazy.
You kind of just hope. That's pretty fair. When times get hard, you get harder. That's what I'm telling you. When times get hard, you get harder. Woo-hoo! Let's go, allies! The one guy with a face cam.
Time can never
Here we go.
be
Yeah.
Your trusted friend.
Woo!
Or your sworn
Oh yeah. Take them all out.
ally.
Take them out. Take them
Though
out.
it's the harshest
Oh, this cinematic.
mistress
Liam's
of
playing
all.
GOAT name, but you're for the wrong team.
And
When 4
life
nations
is just a chain
come together like this.
Spent 1,000 hellos and goodbyes.
Nationers, this is
Maybe a
an
love
epic
like
battle
ours
to
can
finish
lead
off this
out
video.
its call.
Oh no. Busted into Agulon! Brian probably would say that, Chelsea. Oh, get him! I don't know who's who, but you can't even go up the ladder, Nationers. There's no way you can go up that ladder, right?
Watch out, they're coming up.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Run! No! Oh no, Nationers, stop going up. You would learn after the first one to stop going up. Somta died! Oh no! Somta died! Ooh, the tree tactic's good. The tree tactic is really good. Wow. I'm on both sides. I was rooting for blue from the start, but golly. Oh man, dude, you guys can't keep going up that. You gotta learn. Oh my goodness. They're right below. Oh yeah, TNT. Oh! Open up the defenses! Oh no, one just got knocked off. Come on. Anyolo's gonna die. Oh, he's got a water bucket. He's got a water bucket. He's got a water bucket. Oh, but he landed on the edge of a block. Yes!
Wait, Elanyolo died?
What?
Elanyolo
Wow. Wow. Oh,
Soon after
wow.
Elanyolo died, the Aculon
Wow.
Empire officially surrendered.
Wow.
Officials say they surrendered? Kill them.
But even though Aculon surrendered, the Allies didn't stop fighting. No
Wow.
mercy, no mercy. They're all saying
No mercy.
Like that, there was a purge
Wow.
on the Snow Island. But this time, it was the supporters of Turkey doing the killing.
Wow.
Absolute slaughter fest.
You just have like no idea whose
After a
team you're
while,
on.
the Allies had completely taken over
Wow.
the Iron Torch, and all
Wow.
the Aculon forces had either been killed
Oh, did the shrimp
or
die? I didn't
had
realize the
fled
shrimp
the
died.
island and gone into hiding.
The boat trick
And
is
with
good.
that, the Alliance of Democratic Nations
Wow.
had defeated the Aculon Empire.
Woo!
It
Well,
was
Nationers,
only when
blue
the
team didn't
war
win.
ended
You know?
and the
but-
clouds parted that the Allies were finally able to reflect
Just
on
like
what they
World
had
War
done.
II. The Allies won again,
They had
Nationers.
succeeded, but they had also shown no mercy. When their enemy surrendered,
Well, I guess
they
blue team
continued
really
to
didn't
be
win
ruthless and
because they
thirsty for
technically
blood.
lost.
It was as if they had become their enemy.
That's how it works.
As the
sometimes.
Allies each safely
How it
returned
works.
to their homes, now with a clear mind, many of them felt regret. Neither side was completely innocent, and the war was complicated. But at least it was over.
Wow. Wow,
And
the battle
Allies had won.
of Aculon. Wow, Nationers. Woo-hoo!
Over the next few days, the people of Plains, Theria, Seth,
Wow.
and a few smaller nations created a world alliance with a massive parliament building on the center island where world
built the
leaders
White House.
met to discuss the affairs of their nations and, most importantly,
It's like the
to
Star
keep
Wars
the
Senate.
peace. And the first order of business was pardoning the few living players who fought for Aculon.
Wow.
So they didn't have to live in hiding. Meanwhile, the snow refugees were
Wow.
able to move back to the snow island and create
Woo!
the new Aculon Republic,
66.
putting democracy in snow.
Wow.
They also tore
Wow.
down the remains of the Iron Torch and put in its place a graveyard honoring all who died
Wow.
in the Battle of Aculon.
This is the first
And
ish
overlooking
video,
the
by the way.
graveyard
President
was the
Steve died
man,
too.
or Turkey, who inspired them all.
Wow. Nationers, wow, the first ish video. That's what I'm saying. I needed to watch the first
And so,
one.
the jungle went back to
I
hosting
needed to know.
comedy shows. The desert
Woo.
went back to pursuing the arts. And Drip Chicken went back to running Los Pollos Hermanos. After all that happened throughout the days, things were finally settling down.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
For many players, the newfound peace
Yes,
allowed for new
legal
stories
advice,
to begin.
$15.
But for us, it's a good place to end.
Woohoo! Wow. This is the first ish video. And dang, it was good, Nationers. Wow. Woohoo! Wow. Time for part 2, by the way, Nationers. This was an insane video. Holy goodness.